time left because this was such a great discussion, but I want to make sure that you have an opportunity to just ask a question. There are a couple of here that I'll read, but anyone with any burning questions, commentary?
Mine's more of a statement.
Sorry?
I've got more of a statement.
Okay.
And that is that the only reason
Could you
I'm
speak
not-
up a little bit?
The only reason I'm not doing mobile payments, my phone won't support it and my merchant doesn't support it. We're a convenience society, and when my phone supports it, when my merchant supports it, I'll be doing it. You know, it's really just an enablement that needs to occur in the marketplace, and we'll move ahead with it.
Let me throw that question back at you.
Sure.
Would you change your issuing bank because let's say you're with American Express and you're getting great rewards, but you found that Citibank has a mobile application and your dry cleaner supports that POS acceptance device. Would you change from American Express as an issuing bank to Citibank?
I would select it on my phone.
Right. So here's the thing. I think unless the entire ecosystem adopts this as a technology, i.e. there are a whole lot of issuers that can have the capability to issue cards that can get embedded into your phones. There is a critical mass of merchants that have the POS infrastructure to process those payments. I think, the convenience or the value to the consumer is not going to be there. And, that's where, Cynthia and her team have done a great lot of work where they talk about, let's standardize. Let's talk about what is a wallet? What does that really mean? And how do you embed cards into it?
Sure.
What are the economics behind, who's doing the wallet development versus who's transferring the wallet into the phone? What role does a carrier have to play? So I think there are a lot of open questions still in this ecosystem, but I think the industry is moving towards it slowly, and I think still some time to go before we can say yes, we're there.
And just to add to that, you need something that is interoperable. And so, we have a free market system where we encourage entrepreneurship, and that's where these great ideas come up with. But at the same time, when a consumer has all types of solutions to select from, you're not going to have ubiquity and interoperability at the point of sale. And so that represents a barrier to adoption. So that's why we have with our mobile group, like, all right, what can we agree on? What can be the standards for something that will be ubiquitous and interoperable globally, just like our payment cards are today to a certain extent. You go to Europe, you can't really use your MagStripe card. I don't know how many of you traveled lately. It's very difficult. But to come up with something that are some standards so that it will work anywhere, but still allows for individual companies to innovate and add value to the solution and to their shareholders.
There was a question somewhere over here, yes.
Alan, where are you making your bet in terms of the standard for mobile? Is it going to be Google Wallet? Is ISIS going to rule the world? Where are you making your bet?
I have no idea. I'm going to be basking in ignorance. It's going to be interesting when Apple iPhone 5 comes out, and has the first NFC chips, that I think will be broadly adopted. I really don't know which consortium is going to prevail, and folks, these guys down there, will have a much better sense of it.
Well, we talked about wallets today, right? So Google Wallet, Visa Wallet, they're all hinged upon NFC and wallet standardization. Unless we see all the entities sit across the table and hammer out the economics, I don't think there's going to be a critical mass that we can achieve. However, there's already a mobile payments revolution happening. We buy content today through our mobile phones. We have Amazon applications, we have eBay applications. They're either clients in our phones or web browser based, and we're making those purchases. And I think that's a great use case of mobile payments. So to my earlier point, I think the conversation is dominated a lot by wallets and NFC, but there's already a lot of other things happening. And PayPal now allows consumers to buy for digital content through their applications. So I bought a Mighty Eagle over Angry Birds, 99 cents, and the transaction just went through like that. Although I hate to admit I bought a Mighty Eagle, but the point is that you know, it's not just NFC, there's a lot of other use cases out there.
I challenge you to think of a world that isn't dominated by Visa, MasterCard, American Express. Those trust frameworks have gotten us forward. They're great. They've helped us advance, but I challenge you to think that the disruption that's going to occur with mobile payments, mobile banking systems, et cetera, might actually break that down as their world dominance. And you should think about how we might have to deal with non-ubiquitous systems that might have to communicate to each other, a la Java or something that can work across operating systems. Just think that way, because I think it's likely.
Question?
Yeah, a bit as a segue, Malcolm, you said in your introduction about the project to seek to reduce the fees that you pay for the credit card industry broadly on behalf of Home Depot. Do you hope or know that a future that's different than swiping Visa or MasterCard will reduce the cost to you as the merchant in the whole system?
Hope, yes. No, I mean, who knows what Visa and I think the only certainty that Visa and MasterCard are going to engage in some local businesses is just as certain as that I'm going to pay the taxes. I mean, so to Ron's point, the idea that mobile allows for disruption, yes, I would argue that as we move away from a traditional mag stripe mode as a form of payment to something that's embedded in a phone, the ability for some smart person somewhere, hopefully that Alan invested, to come up with some sort of payment application that you can download to your phone as easy as a ringtone, and I as a merchant can accept that as easily as I accept a Visa or MasterCard to go without significant effort, is great. From the consumer experience, it needs to be ubiquitous. To Ron's point, there's a lot of technology solutions out there that we can use to enable that payment in a secure environment. And hopefully that's all stuff that we done that will allow that sort of entrepreneurship to rise to the table and allow that as a merchant, I certainly don't want to use to Visa and MasterCard. They do work in the payment space right now, and I'm very much hoping that we can drive some sort of opportunity. We can mobile itself will allow for some sort of opportunity for disruption in the payment space.
Now, how about PayPal? PayPal with 100 million active wallets. That seems to be an interesting possibility.
It is, and online it works great because they've got a mix where behind PayPal there's Visa and MasterCard to some extent, but then they've got some other lower cost vendors as well. So, you know, it works great online. It certainly drives a level of convenience online. It cuts down a lot of data entry, and I think PayPal is going to be very dominant in the mobile space as well. To Sid's point, people are doing a lot of things on their mobile devices. And if I don't have to type in a credit card number and expiration date or delivery address and so on, I can just hit pay with PayPal. It makes sense. I get it. And I think people get it as well. We've seen a lot of PayPal share in mobile is even greater than it is online. I totally get it. It's convenient. It makes sense. There's some level of security for concern about sharing credit card information with people. In store is still wide open. I mean, we've been talking with ISIS back when, what were they called before ISIS? It was a Greek name? Was it Greek?
It's always been ISIS, the goddess of fertility.
That's right. I think before they became public, they had a code name internally that was a Greek god, and then they switched to an Egyptian god. But, you know, we've been talking with these guys for years. We've seen the ideas come out. We've been talking with Google. I haven't seen anything hit yet. I mean, Google's out, but Google's got one issuer, one telecommunications network, one phone, and 5 retailers in 2 cities. I mean, it's
It's an experiment. It's an experiment.
I
Remember,
have,
Google payments have been around since 2006.
and that's been a raging success.
So it is 9:35. I know people have to think about getting their day started, even though we've started and gotten lots of good ideas. I'll take one more question, and then we'll let everyone go. Yes.
Nobody representing the carriers, which is, in my opinion, a void in this discussion. No offense. But carriers, of course, haven't developed their commerce platform. They've sort of thought about it, done deals, went the other way. And, you know, I look at the carriers, and we've been involved in mobile payments, and why aren't the carriers having more presence here? They have a billing system, they experiment with ADU against and messes up. You know, if you have a billing system and you have a network, the only thing you have to be comfortable with is some credit risk. And that's where it stops.
That's big.
Yeah, it is a big issue, so that's where it cuts. But a partnership in the credit risk business with a carrier makes a lot of sense from a payment platform, and nobody's really gone there yet.
Our discussion with Verizon just recently, because, you know, we meet with the small group, you know, quarterly we just met a few weeks ago, is, you know, at first I think they were contemplating going that way, but, you know, and in other countries, they are, right? Think about in Canada, that kind of thing, although it's really a prepaid model.
Right.
But here, you know, they told us, you know, they've looked at that, I think it's been contemplated, but, you know, I think they recognize their core competencies. And they're not really interested in assuming credit risk. They don't know how to do it.
They're making too much money in their own business.
So partnering makes sense, right? We're in a world like from a banking standpoint, they've been outsourcing and started partnering with third parties that can really concentrate on a niche part of the business for the past 15 years.
But from a disruption standpoint, that's the thing that change everything.
Alan, you have the last word.
Well, I mean, we did the Firethorn because we thought that the carriers were going to own the jack on the phone. And as soon as the iPhone came out, the carriers' sort of power in the payments world just went away. So that's why, you know, AT&T signed up with TakeMe to do mobile, you know, I don't think that's going to go so far. You know, so.
I'll throw the challenge. Mobile providers are trying to give them an identity as a generalization. Verizon, AT&T. And that's the new path that they're trying to pursue as a way to get themselves into this space. And they're pursuing aggressively.
Well, thank you, everyone. This has been a great conversation. Thanks to the